Hey, I'm Dave Marchant. I'm here to do a review on a hose. You ever seen a hose like this? You know, after a little bit of use, it starts to let water out where it's not supposed to. So we're going to do a review on a good hose by Titan, okay? There's some quality things about this that you ought to know about that sets this apart from other hoses. I've gone through a lot of different hoses in my life, and I've learned a thing or two because of the weather, the heat, changes in temperature can really take a toll on your hose. So come take a look. So one of the great things about this is that it's braided here on the outside at the very end of the hose, which prevents a lot of stress and kinking. A lot of breaks in hoses, they fail usually at this point. Okay, this is where it hooks up to the spout. It's got a standard spout threads, and so it's actually got double protection. And then you got the brass fittings, which is not going to corrode as easily. Okay. Now, if for some reason you got a hose and it seems to be leaking a lot, it could be missing the gasket that's inside. There's a little rubber gasket, and if you see that there, you can take it in and out. But if you're missing the gasket, you're going to get water spraying out no matter what. Okay, so make sure it's got a gasket. I like this because it's got the on-off valve. You got the ball in there. Turns on, turns off. You can do it just a little bit. On the other hoses that aren't like this one that's braided, you have to kink it sometimes just to control how much water flow comes out of it. And that does wear and tear on the tube too, okay? It breaks down the material of the tube. But this one, you can just turn it off, okay? And it holds pressure really well. It also comes with a fitting for spray. You can turn it off, turn it on with this. A nozzle. Yeah, it's a nozzle. Fits on nicely, okay? And that's for like spraying car. You get more pressure out of this, okay? But then you can also adjust it so it spreads out. You can water plants with it so you're not damaging it with a big spray. And then it's got a braided sheath on the outside to protect the hose that's in the inside. So if you look at this, that's braided. The hose isn't made to kink. It's easy to wind up and store away. This is really lightweight, okay? It keeps the pressure well. So let's give it a try. Fits a standard hose. Let's turn it on, see what happens. If you notice, there's no leakage here, okay? You bend it here, but it's protected, right? Remember that weak spot. These things break on other hoses, but this makes it so it's nice and durable, okay? It's gonna last you a lot longer than a normal hose. So we have the nozzle on this that you take on and off. You're gonna get some air because I just turned it on. There was no opening. Okay, here we go. Ready? Gives you a really good spray. That's a really good spray. You can get a lot of distance with this. Now, as you adjust the nozzle, you don't want to water a delicate plant with a stream like this, okay? So you can certainly adjust it this way so it's a lot lighter. Come here, I got some plants that need to get watered anyways. I planted this a couple weeks ago. You can just adjust it. Spray the trees because the leaves, they love to get wet a little bit. Now look, I'm holding it like this. This helps so you don't, if you hold it like this, you don't get a very good grip on it. But if you hold it like this, you got a good grip on it. It's easier on the wrist. Notice that this isn't kinking. It's gonna last a long time. Let's see how far this thing can go. That's pretty good. That's probably about 50 feet of spray that you can get from this nozzle. The hose actually has good pressure. So I'm going to turn the brass on off. I'm going to take the nozzle off. I've done this before with other hoses that don't have this, and if you don't turn it off, you're going to get wet, right? So now it's off. You can do the same thing with this in a way. You can't get as much pressure, right, or as far of a shot. But if you need to water your plants with it, you don't have this, that's no problem. You're not going to hurt your delicate plants. Then you're going to your next area to water, you just turn it off. And I'm going to pull it out so you can see how it doesn't get kinked. Look at this. See how it's on a normal hose, this thing would just turn on itself, okay? Right there, you start to straighten it, and that's going to damage the inner inner tube. You don't want that. I really like this hose. I'm going to get a bunch of them to replace my other ones on my property. They come in different lengths. If you happen to have a dog, they also have one that doesn't have the cloth sheath. They got one that's metal. Doesn't kink, has the same good quality features that I just talked about, but your dog can't chew through it. But we were gifted this by Titan for us to try it out and to give my honest review on it. And that is my honest review. It's a good hose. I'm going to get more of them.